The American, formerly Australian actor, known for a string of hit films through the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. Gibson is best known for playing Mad Max, William Wallace in Braveheart, and Martin Riggs in the Lethal Weapon series. You know, Mel Gibson is a racist and a hard thinker who once said an entire race of people was responsible for all the wars in the world. In a bizarre 2006 rant during which he was arrested by police for speeding with an open container of alcohol by his side. But did you also know that Gibson was sentenced to 3 years probation, counseling and community service in 2011 after pleading no contest to a serious domestic violence charge? Though Gibson did later admit to slapping his former girlfriend Oksana Grigorieva, she claimed the abuse had been more serious. According to her, Gibson once beat her so badly that he broke one of her teeth and gave her concussion. Iron Mike, the former undisputed world heavyweight champion boxer, who fought professionally from 1985 to 2005 with a 3-year gap between 1992 and 1995. Younger audiences might know him best for his film and TV appearances, in the Hangover movies, and on an assortment of reality and panel shows. Well, we are not here today to discuss that time Tyson bit off part of Evander Holyfield's ear during a bout. Horrific though that was, you knew about that already. Instead, let's talk about something that seems to have been swept quietly under the carpet in recent years. That 3-year break Tyson took right in the middle of his career, he was actually serving time in jail for rape. In the year 1992, Tyson was convicted of raping 18-year-old beauty contestant Desiree Washington in his hotel room. Sentenced to 10 years in prison, Tyson served free, after which he immediately resumed his boxing career. Tyson is still required to register as a sex offender to this day. Music legend who was 1/4 of the Beatles and an acclaimed solo musician in his own right, known for songs like Imagine and Instant Karma. Having gone through great personal changes during his time with the Beatles, Lennon, along with his wife Yoko Ono, became an unofficial world ambassador for peace through the late 60s and 70s before he was tragically shot and killed in 1980. The irony wasn't lost on Lennon that he embraced peace and love later in life, having previously been an admitted serial abuser of women. I used to be cruel to my woman, and physically any woman. I was a hitter, Lennon told Playboy in a 1980 interview. I couldn't express myself, and I hit. Lennon said his violent past was why I am always on about peace. You see, it is the most violent people who go for love and peace. The French actor who rose to global fame in the 80s and 90s thanks to films like Jean de Forley, Cyrano de Bergerac, and Green Card. Lately, a more controversial figure, Depardieu, now aged 70, has become known for his eccentric behavior, which includes urinating on a plane in 2011 and befriending Vladimir Putin after turning in his French passport and moving to Russia in 2013. In the last couple of years, Depardieu has been accused of sexually assaulting and raping 2 different actresses, though neither of the alleged incidents have been proven as yet. What we know for certain, because he admitted to it in his autobiography, is that Depardieu did as a younger man used to rob graves as well as in his time as an escort, beat up and steal from some of his male clients. In addition to digging up bodies in order to take the jewelry and clothes, Depardieu would also occasionally, when the mood took him, beat up some bloke and leave with all his money. Rapper and one half of arguably the most powerful couple in music, known for hits like 99 Problems and Empire State of Mind. With a net worth of more than $1 billion, Jay-Z has also lately become known as a businessman and philanthropist who regularly gives to good causes. On December 1st, 1999, Jay-Z stabbed record executive Lance Rivera in the stomach with a 5-inch blade during an album release party at New York's Kit Kat Club. The rapper believed that Rivera was responsible for bootlegging his latest album and, while allegedly blacking out with anger, attacked Rivera with a blade. In October 2001, Jay-Z pleaded guilty to stabbing Rivera. He served a sentence of 3 years probation. The kindly face and reassuring voice of Bravos inside the actor's studios for the last quarter of a century. Currently, Dean Emeritus at the Actors Studio Drama School at Pace University, Lipton is a legend in the world of showbiz and acting. Before he got into acting, Lipton tried a few different careers: newspaper copyboy, lawyer, air serviceman, and a professional procurer of women, of course. In a 2013 interview with Parade magazine, Lipton admitted that, back when he lived in Paris in the 1950s, he represented French prostitutes, insisting that he was never abusive and that French procurers of the time were more like agents. Lipton emphasized his benevolent status, adding that he and one of the prostitutes had some amazing adventures together. Charlie Sheen, the TV and movie actor whose credits include Platoon, Hot Shots, and 2.5 Men. For the latter, Sheen became the highest paid TV star of all time. These days, Sheen is recognized more widely as a symbol of Hollywood hedonism and debauchery, best known for his winning face. The headlines regarding Charlie Sheen's often eccentric behavior have done much to obscure one simple fact: the man is a repeated abuser of women. In 1990, it was reported that Sheen had accidentally shot his then fiancée, Kelly Preston, in the arm. The relationship ended shortly after. In 1997, Sheen was given 2 years of probation for slamming girlfriend Brittany Ashland onto the marble floor of his house. In 2010, Sheen was sentenced to 30 days in rehab after an altercation with wife and mother of 2 of his children, Brooke Mueller. Finally, Sheen was sued the same year by Capri Anderson, an adult film star who claimed Sheen had choked her while they were together. Founder and frontman of rap rock band Limp Bizkit, best known for their 2000 hit single, Rolling. Lately, Dust has moved into directing with 2 films and another starring John Travolta on the way this year. In 2006, Dust was apparently in a bad place. After a few years in the spotlight, not all of which had been kind to Limp Bizkit, the rapper took a reckless course of action. In October of that year, Dust threatened 2 apparent strangers with a gun before hitting them with his car, after an alleged road rage incident turned nasty. The following year, Dust pleaded no contest to 7 charges including battery, reckless driving, and an assault with a deadly weapon. He was fined $1,500 and ordered to perform 20 hours of community service. Rapper, real name Robert Matthew Van Winkle, responsible for the hit 1989 song Ice Ice Baby. Lately, Ice has moved away from music into real estate. He has his own reality show, The Vanilla Ice Project, about his new work in flipping houses. Van Winkle had been arrested for domestic violence on not 1 but 2 occasions, both directed at the same woman, wife, Laura Giarita. Following a 2001 incident in which he pulled out chunks of Giarita's hair, Van Winkle was sentenced to probation and ordered to attend family therapy sessions. Meanwhile, in 2008, Van Winkle was arrested for allegedly hitting and kicking Giarita, after which he was ordered only to contact her via the phone. The charges were later dropped. Closing our list is the frontman of the glam metal band Motley Crue, which was recently given the hagiography treatment in Netflix' The Dirt. The biopic depicted the band as hard-drinking, hard-living rockers, with Vince Neil, a particular troublemaker. Neil's history of violence, particularly against women, is well documented, as are numerous drink-driving incidents where Neil was behind the wheel. As recently as 2016, Neil was convicted of assaulting a female fan, but his worst crime came near the very beginning of his career. In 1984, Neil was driving on Quaaludes and with a blood alcohol level well over the legal limit, when he drove into an oncoming traffic and crashed head-on into a young couple driving another car. The passengers, who were aged 18 and 20, were left with brain damage, while Neil's own passenger, 24-year-old musician Nicholas Dingley, was killed. Neil served 15 days in jail. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Remember, don't forget to like, subscribe and comment, and turn on post notifications.